Every fortune begins with a word, not money, not opportunity, but the vibration that your word sends into the invisible. Words are the builders of destiny. They are living forces that carry the essence of belief or fear, wealth or lack. The moment you speak with conviction, you activate a law older than time itself, the law that the unseen obeys the spoken decree. You may think that money comes from hard work or connections, but those are merely channels. The true source is invisible substance, infinite and ever-flowing, waiting for you to give it form through your words. When you say, "I never have enough," you are sealing that truth into your experience. You have closed the portal to supply. But when you affirm, "I am divinely provided for," wealth flows to me freely. The same law obeys, but now it brings abundance instead of scarcity. The universe is impersonal. It mirrors what you declare. It does not question. It does not doubt. It simply executes the order written by your words. Each time you speak about lack, you are unconsciously programming your world to reflect limitation. But the moment you recognize that your word is the key, the password to the treasury of divine supply, you begin to speak with care and purpose. Wealth does not come to the careless tongue. It comes to the one who speaks truth aligned with faith. Say the words of prosperity until they feel real, until they shape your thoughts, your emotions, your very vibration. When you speak from fear, you command delay. When you speak from certainty, you command manifestation. The universe cannot resist the authority of faith-filled speech. This is the real creative power hidden in plain sight, the same power that shaped the stars, the seas, and your own destiny. To open the money portal, your first step is mastery of the spoken word. You must learn to guard it as a sacred tool, because every syllable either opens or closes the gate of wealth. If you desire to see abundance flow, speak as one who already owns it. Use words that declare victory, not struggle. Speak of opportunities, not obstacles. Say, "My life overflows with prosperity. I walk in divine order. Money comes to me through expected and unexpected ways." Say it until the universe echoes it back to you in material form. Your word is the key. Turn it, and the door of wealth must open. The portal of wealth responds only to the vibration of gratitude. Gratitude is not mere politeness. It is magnetic power. It is the invisible bridge between what you have and what you desire. When you give thanks for what already exists, you announce to the universe that you are ready for more. Gratitude turns what seems small into abundance. It transforms waiting into receiving. Every grateful word you speak multiplies what it touches. Most people delay their prosperity because they wait to feel thankful after they receive something. But the law works in reverse. You must feel it before. You must thank as though the gift were already delivered, as though the blessing already had your name engraved upon it. When you thank before seeing, you show absolute faith, and faith is the highest form of currency in the spiritual economy. The unseen forces move swiftly when they sense unwavering certainty. The one who grumbles about delay or debt keeps the portal locked tight. Complaints speak the language of lack. Gratitude speaks the language of increase. When you rise each day and say, "Thank you for the money that flows freely to me," you are planting golden seeds into the soil of the universe. Those seeds must bear fruit. You may not see it immediately. But gratitude is cumulative. It builds unseen bridges, aligns events, and calls forth helpers and opportunities from unexpected directions. Even in moments of challenge, give thanks. Say, "I thank divine order for this moment. It leads me higher." This declaration turns obstacles into stepping stones. Gratitude purifies the mind from fear, and fear is the true poverty. When fear disappears, abundance flows naturally. You begin to feel rich even before you count a coin, and that inner richness is what draws material wealth toward you. Practice the habit of silent gratitude throughout your day. When you pay bills, when you see others prosper, when you handle even the smallest amount of money, bless it and thank it for expanding. Say, "I give thanks that every dollar I spend returns multiplied." In time, you will notice that everything you bless begins to grow. The law cannot fail. It mirrors the attitude you project. Remember this truth: gratitude is not an emotion. It is a command to the universe. It tells the invisible, "I am ready for more." Each thankful word is a signal that opens the gates wider. The money portal listens for this sound, the vibration of appreciation, and when it hears it, it unlocks every channel through which your good can flow. You must learn to see money as energy, not as paper or metal. The visible form is only a shadow of the real substance behind it, the divine flow of supply. When you understand that money is energy responding to thought and feeling, you stop chasing it and begin to attract it. The universe is rich beyond measure, and this energy moves wherever belief allows it. The more freely you let it circulate through giving faith and positive expectation, the more it returns to you multiplied. Many people unknowingly block their prosperity because they cling too tightly to money or fear its absence. Fear contracts the flow. It is like damming a river. No matter how much effort you exert, nothing new can enter. The law of supply is expansion, not contraction. When you bless your money as you give it, saying, I send this forth knowing it returns to me multiplied. You affirm your dominion over the substance of wealth. You release it joyfully and it must return, pressed down and overflowing. Money is not moral or immoral, it simply reflects the consciousness that handles it. In the hands of fear it vanishes, in the hands of faith it multiplies. When you think of money as sacred energy, you treat it with respect and peace. You no longer worry or hoard, because you know it is infinite in source. The same life that beats your heart also circulates your wealth. There is no separation between spiritual law and material prosperity. They are two faces of the same truth. When you say money is always circulating in my life, you align with its true nature, motion. You cannot hold on to energy without stagnation. Let it flow through taithing, generosity, investment, and gratitude. Every act of circulation keeps the portal open. Even small gestures of giving send powerful ripples through the invisible, inviting larger streams of abundance back to you. Do not despise small beginnings. Energy builds momentum through recognition. When you honor every form of wealth, a coin, a compliment, a gift, an opportunity, you magnify the frequency of abundance. Speak to your money with reverence. Say, your divine substance. You are unlimited in your supply. You serve the good of all. These words elevate your vibration and instruct the universe to mirror prosperity on every level. Remember, money is your servant, not your master. It obeys your tone, your faith, and your certainty. When you stop fearing it and start blessing it, you transform its nature from static matter to living energy. Then, like all energy in harmony with divine order, it flows effortlessly into your life. Constantly replenished, forever abundant. Faith is the invisible currency that buys all visible things. Before money ever enters your hand, it must exist in your consciousness. If you cannot imagine it, if you cannot feel deserving of it, the universe cannot deliver it. Faith is not hoping. Faith is knowing, a calm assurance that your supply is already prepared and on its way. It is the quiet voice that says, all my needs are met even before I ask. This certainty opens the money portal wide, because faith aligns your vibration with divine order. Doubt, on the other hand, is spiritual debt. It drains your account in the unseen. Every time you say, I don't know how I'll manage, you issue a command of lack and the universe must obey. But when you say, the way is prepared, my supply is sure, you activate forces beyond your understanding. Circumstances rearrange themselves, opportunities appear, and resources find their way to you, sometimes through people, sometimes through what the world calls coincidence. Yet in truth, it is divine precision. Faith cannot operate in a mind filled with fear. You must replace fear with the remembrance of your divine source. Your supply does not depend on the market, the job, or any external system. Those are merely channels. The true provider is the infinite intelligence that created you. When you anchor yourself in that truth, the instability of the outer world loses its power to shake you. You become unmovable, like a tree rooted beside living waters, ever nourished, ever green. Practice speaking words of faith daily. Say, everything I need comes to me in perfect timing. Say, divine substance cannot fail me. Say, money is drawn to me by divine law. The repetition of truth builds a fortress of certainty in your mind, and that certainty becomes magnetic. What you believe with full conviction must manifest. It has no other choice. The universe's law, and law never fails. When doubts arise, do not resist them. Dissolve them with stronger declarations. Speak from the end, not from the struggle. See yourself already possessing the wealth, already living in ease, already free. The feeling of having is the signal faith sends to the unseen. It is this feeling that moves the substance of supply toward you. Remember always, faith is the password that unlocks the treasury of heaven. The moment you replace, how will it happen, with, it is already done, the money portal responds instantly. Faith does not wait for evidence. It creates it. Speak, believe, and act as if the door were already open, and soon you will find yourself walking through it into a life overflowing with abundance. To open the money portal, you must cleanse your inner world of resentment, envy, and comparison. These are the true thieves of wealth. They poison the channel through which abundance flows. When you envy another's success, you declare to the universe that you are separate from good, that what blessed them cannot bless you. But divine supply is infinite. It is never divided, only distributed according to consciousness. What you celebrate in others, you invite into your own life. What you resent, you repel. Every thought of bitterness shuts the door on prosperity. It whispers to the universe, I am not ready to receive. You may work hard, plan carefully, or even pray for wealth, but if your heart carries the vibration of jealousy or unforgiveness, your words lose their power. You cannot call forth abundance while secretly resenting the abundant. The law is harmony, and disharmony cancels the command. When you feel jealousy rise, bless the person who has what you desire. Say, the same divine law that blessed them blesses me now. This transforms competition into cooperation, and in that moment, you realign with the flow of universal supply. The universe recognizes your shift and begins to open new doors for you. What you release through forgiveness and goodwill returns as multiplied blessing. Forgive freely, not for others, but for your own freedom. Holding resentment is like clutching a stone while trying to swim. It drags you down. The portal of wealth cannot open in a heart heavy with grudges. Say, I am free, and all others are free. Divine love fills my mind, body, and affairs. When you declare this with sincerity, you feel a lightness, a clearing. That is the sound of the door unlocking. Bless everyone who prospers. Rejoice in their gain as proof that divine abundance is active. Every evidence of wealth in the world is a reminder that there is more than enough. Lack is not real. It is only the shadow cast by comparison. When you see through that illusion, you step into your rightful inheritance of plenty. The law of wealth demands purity of intention. Money is drawn to peace, not turmoil. When your heart radiates goodwill, your words regain creative strength. Opportunities sense that energy and move toward it. Say daily, I rejoice in the success of others. My own success now appears. These words carry a vibration so pure that the universe must respond. The money portal cannot resist a spirit free from envy, for that spirit vibrates in perfect harmony with divine abundance. The final key to opening the money portal is alignment through inspired action. Words ignite the law, faith sustains it, but action completes it. You cannot simply speak prosperity and sit idle, expecting gold to fall from the sky. The universe works through movement. Through the doors you walk toward, the ideas you follow, the courage you display. Once you declare your wealth, the law begins to arrange circumstances. Your task is to act when intuition whispers, now. Action rooted in fear scatters energy, but action rooted in faith multiplies it. When you move in confidence, even on the smallest impulse, you announce to the universe that you believe. That belief becomes a magnet for resources, people, and opportunities. The money portal opens wider every time you take a step that reflects your inner conviction. You are proving your trust, and trust always produces visible supply. Many wait for the perfect condition before acting, but perfection is the result of motion, not the prerequisite. Divine timing unfolds only when you are in movement. If you receive a quiet nudge to write, call, invest, or begin, obey it. These impulses are not random, they are instructions from the infinite, guiding you toward the channels where your good already awaits. Each act of obedience releases more supply. Do not confuse busy work with inspired work. True action carries peace, not strain. It feels effortless, though it may demand courage. When you are in alignment, everything you do seems supported by an unseen current. Doors open at the right moment, and people appear with exactly what you need. That is how divine order operates. Through natural flow, never through force. Say to yourself daily, every step I take is guided by divine intelligence. I am always in the right place at the right time. These words anchor your actions in certainty. You begin to live with clarity and purpose, knowing that your moves are backed by infinite wisdom. Even apparent detours serve your prosperity, for divine law wastes nothing. Remember, the universe rewards faith in motion. The word spoken in belief plants the seed, the act taken in trust waters it. Together they create the harvest. When your thoughts, words, and deeds move in one direction, toward abundance, no power on earth can stop it from manifesting. The money portal responds to momentum. Once open,